All right, making my way down here to the pond site. Everything burned up there pretty decent, and I am down here now. It's still pretty wet, but I'm gonna try to clear a few trees over here and get a path to take down that big tree. That way I can figure out if I need to get a bigger chainsaw, if that thing's hollow, if I can cut it up or what. So that is what this afternoon's project is going to consist of. See if I can get that thing down. I'll probably bring the 330 down here. I know it'll dig around it and push it over a lot better. Almost walked away without taking a video here. Clint had to run something. You're gonna be seeing some more Volvos on the lot now.
He was a John Deere man, now he's a Volvo.
I mean, it's still the same colors, it's just more gray than anything.
Look, he just chopped it.
He's
making toothpicks over here.
He's getting very used to the LD18 progressive link thumb.
Has he?
He is maximizing the full potential of the full rotational.
Yes.
I'm doing my best to plug an ad right here. Oh gosh. Oh, I forgot to tell him Volvos are, I should go up there and tell him that the boom down is very sensitive. So you're gonna see some airtime, watch, until he gets used to it. I'm not gonna say anything, and when I do my interview here,
yeah,
I wanna see what he has to say about the boom down feature. It's very fast, it's very, so that machine's all set up with electronic control, so it's a little bit touchier. He's in his happy place. I should go get the big excavator. There's not going to be any trees left by the time I get back.
They'll pluck them all out.
All right, brought the big boy down here for the big tree. There's some mud on the tracks, Kevin. I got 2 shovels. I got a spare, don't worry. It's got to go home. All right, there's the big tree right here. You see where the water level is. We're pretty sure it's hollow on the inside and on its way out. But I'm gonna bring the 330 up here, dig around it, and get it shoved over. And it should land there. It probably wouldn't get to where you're standing, but it's gonna come pretty close. Perfect. I'll set mine up 2 feet behind it. We'll see who won. All right, let's dig around this bad boy and get it down on the ground here. Honestly, I don't think it's going to take too much. But I've been wrong before. Poplar trees just don't have, I mean, they got a lot of roots, but they're not deep at all. Very shallow root system trees. So unfortunately, they don't like when you do a lot of disturbance around them, i.e. building a pond, digging around them and such. So they tend to die pretty easily. So that's one of the main reasons this one is coming down. Is because we've probably disturbed it enough where it's not going to be happy. Set the camera and the drone up. I think this is going to make a pretty good video when this behemoth hits the ground. Alright, I've dug around it here, so that puts the 330 into perspective. That's a big tree. It did wiggle, so I think it will fall down here. So I'm going to set the camera up over here in the safe zone, and yeah, we'll get some views of it. And here we go. That was pretty cool. I'd be careful, you might have a buddy in there. That's quite the tree there.
It is. It is. I'm surprised it didn't bust apart.
Yeah, when we lost a 18-inch branch.
Yeah.
But other than that, it.
Hollow inside big time.
Think so?
There's water right here.
Oh, Mr. Negative.
Take a peek down in here.
So you're saying we need to cut past that? Well, I mean, I saw that.
No, look down that way.
Well, we're not looking that way. I know that way, Tyler. What we need to do is cut it like right here and see. You know, once you sink it in there and the black water starts coming out and soaking your leg, that's when it gets exciting. Go stand beside it so I can.
20 foot.
Yeah, and I've done chopped off all the roots that thing would dig.
7 foot tall, right?
7 foot. What you gotta do is stand in the hole down there to really make it look big. It's.
I'm only 5'9".
Oh, you're going down.
It's huge. Hold on, I gotta get a picture. That's a big tree. We have confirmed it's hollow right there. I don't know if that's hollow, but most likely yes.
tree is.
You don't until you go and stand beside it.
Yeah. And you don't even come flush to the
And
bottom
yeah.
of the hole.
I'll have to add some pictures in there because I mean it still doesn't do it justice.
Yeah.
When big kids go on vacation.
That's what they do. That's why.
That's a big tree. I'm gonna need a big chainsaw. Well, if it's hollow, it really won't matter. It will, but it won't. Yeah, to be continued on that one. I think that's gonna end up as fish habitat. Definitely needed a 330 for this one.
Got it.
Got it. I think Robert doled my chainsaw down.
I think it's got some water in it.
It's got... I'm not saying that that's organic. That is organic, not organic.
Not organic.
That normally shouldn't be what the heart of the tree looks like.
Bugs and water. It's a good one.
It's all natural.
Not too bad. Where's your stick at?
DI.
Oh, you need a big stick.
Yeah, here. Everything snaps off.
You need a big stick, bud.
I need a bigger stick.
That's what I told him.
Drop a little twig.
You need that one.
That was a good one.
No, you need this 10-footer, I'm telling you.
I mean, that could end in about 3 or 4 feet. Or not.
You have to dig her out.
Now, don't enjoy that too much.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
looking great, is it?
She's packed in there hard. Where's your spade at? You're supposed to be digging all your tracks that with.
I mean, that right there, we could sell that for big money.
Oh, yeah. That's what they call the river right there.
Is that what Garth Brooks was singing about?
Black gold right there.
That's been in there a few years.
She
Look how fast that tree grows around here. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Well, it had some good, you know, dirt.
A tree
down
like
here.
that at our house would be like, it's so tight you couldn't count them.
Really? And then that tree was like 100 years old.
Yeah, that's like a 250-year tree at our house.
hard day's work.
Hard days.
We ready to see what's hiding behind door number 2?
Door number.
I bet it's a big old.
So that is clearly bigger than a 20-inch barn will get all the way around.
But you cut it with a 20-inch bar.
Cut it with a 20-inch
That's
bar.
that's what you call a magic cut.
That is a precise cut right there. I mean, if you look at that is.
Well, we'll take a peek at it when you
So
pop
the
her
wind
loose.
was blowing. The wind, you know, the wind had me a little.
You know,
off.
you might be able to sell that for one of those spiral staircases.
That's a decorative cut right there.
Yeah.
That poor tree. Oh, wait.
All the good stuff's gone.
Yeah. Like a little playground in there.
Yeah. She's hollow. Hey, you want to crawl up in there? I'll give you $5.
I'll get dirty.
There's my whole arm in there.
Ooh.
Crawl up in there.
Ooh.
I told him I'd give him $5 if he crawled up in there.
You want to charge you 20 to have to pull you out.
Yeah.
We'll tie a rope around your feet first.
See, that was even better. It didn't even have any, you know, rock
No.
mesh in it. That's great.
Why is the flashlight don't even work?
Well, you got a
in here?
George is why.
Yeah, that's dark.
Well, tree's still up, but it was down. I set it back up.
It's all that professional chainsaw.
All that perfect. I mean, look how great that cut is. I mean, that's a great cut. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. There's another one of your yellow buddies right there.
Oh.
So, unfortunately, it was like we thought it was, as rotten as could be, and even worse on this end. I tried splitting it, but that didn't work as good as I thought it was. So, it's wasn't a whole lot left there. So, it needed to come down. It was on borrowed time, wouldn't you say?
End of its life cycle.
End of its life cycle. They start dying from the inside out. But yeah, that's going to take a while to burn. But
No baby raccoons were harmed in this one.
no, nothing was harmed. Well, it's time to rock and roll now. I just can't believe how wet this place got. We got like 1.5 inches of rain, but as dusty dry as it was, this is still 4 days later. But it does appear to be drying out now, so hopefully it can sit the rest of the week. Today is Wednesday. It's supposed to rain again Friday, but I think I can go down here and get the rest of those trees down, and would like to get majority of this ashes cleaned up and this kind of bladed off. It should grade out pretty decent by then, where obviously it won't be dusty and not goopy mud, because I prefer all my undercarriages not to look like that. So that's the reason I have not moved anything. And yeah, I would like to use that dozer out here to push up these piles, but until it's not going to do that, I'm not going to use it. I know Kevin would cry if the undercarriage looked like that. Let me fuel this up, grease it, and go knock some trees down. So I'm up here in the head section now. There's about 4 or 5 big trees that need to come down to be able to work this shoreline in and grade everything for the pond. So I'm going to take these holly trees out, clean this up a little bit better, and leave those bigger trees right there. Tempted once I get these trees down to go up there, bring the off-road truck down here and load up some logs, and then I'm literally contemplating going up there and getting a load of stumps out of the pile that's still, you know, hot, bring them down here and dump them in this pile and get a fire going. I need to walk out in the woods and see how dry the leaves are, but everything's pretty wet. I feel like I could probably do a little fire. And not have a problem. I can start getting rid of some of this stuff because it's adding up fast. I'd really rather burn it down here and not have to truck it all the way up there. I about burned everything up on the lot, and I just prefer not to have to sit there and spend a day hauling all this stuff up there to burn it, then have to burn it. But we will see. We will definitely see. Didn't classify for a timber. It was a little baby tree. Little baby crunch. Guess I need to cut that about right there. Yeah, I can cut that right there. Back at the hole, that'll work perfect. Alright, let me take this other one down and cut all this stuff up. Boy, I backed the truck down here to get a load of logs, and I just tried to pull out empty just to make sure it would. Thought I was going to have to go get the D7 in the winch. So I got the truck finally wiggled out. Took and scraped all the mud off. So I think I'm good now. Hopefully. I don't know if I'll load it to the hilt. Well, let's try to get some logs out. What I'm going to do is haul this up there. I think I can get all these logs on it. And park up there beside the burn pile. I'm going to load up a load of hot stumps and bring down here and dump in the pile. I checked the woods. Everything still seems pretty wet. And I'm going to try to burn some. While I'm down here the rest of the day, I can keep an eye on it. I got to get rid of some of this stuff. It's adding up so bad. And I'll be working right over here so I can keep an eye on everything. Drives out. I'm putting a full load in here like I said I would. Gotta get all the logs, right? No need to make second trips. I'm gonna leave those pine down here though. I don't need those just yet. Down here and get some stuff burning and some more of this stuff knocked on the ground and cut up. Alright, well, I think that'll roll. I'm gonna go up there and dump that and come back and get that spreader and get some stuff. Here we go. So far, so good. I'm gonna try to get some momentum built up before I get up here. It's slick. Oh, we're drifting. Oh, stump hole. Come on. Oh, we got a stump barely hanging, or a log barely hanging on. We'll back right over there and dump them out. We'll set the camera up once I get straight here, and all I've got to do is back up. Oh, come on. You got it. I got it. Here we go. So I finally think I'm gonna get a fire going down here. I hauled a dump truck load of old stumps and leftover burnt ends from up front up there. Down here, I'm about an hour deep into messing with this, but I think it's finally got a nice hot spot started, and I'm just gonna kind of sit here and just kind of keep adding stuff to it, you know, knock down trees and come over here, put a little bit on it, and I'm hoping I can keep a nice hot spot in here where I can just kind of slowly keep burning this pile down, and then when I leave, put some of those big logs on it and just let them sit there and burn overnight. To have given me such a fit Saturday to try to get going, and on Sunday when I came back down here to restack the fire up front, it is burning great. I'm literally clearing. I've cleared all that, and I'll make a pile and I'll just come over here and just keep throwing it on there. The pile hasn't got much smaller, but it hadn't got any bigger, that's for sure. Alright, just got rid of a load of logs. Now I am back down here. Fire is actually burning really good, and not really smoking too terribly much. Burning nice and hot. No problem. So I'm letting it burn. See if this big old pine tree is going to come over. I want it to swing it down here. It'll fall back. No, that's not gonna work. It's going to go out, then come back. Timber. Pine tree there. Alright, we'll knock a few more down and throw them on the fire. So I'm going to restack this before I leave. Got right many large pieces of wood and logs right here, so I'm going to try to get some of that into the fire so it has all night to sit there and heat up, burn down, dry out, all that kind of stuff. Great big chunk right there and fire tonight, but I'll put it in there first thing in the morning and then bury all this stuff over top of it. That should keep it going. I just want this stuff gone before it dries out down here too much and I can't burn. With all this brush down here, it's kind of hard to build a pond. Do this, grab a couple of those stumps. That's going to finish out my fire pile. That's burning good. That's going to be a lot smaller in the morning. Hopefully it'll be just like it is today. And I can burn all day tomorrow like this. Boy, that's going to put a huge dent. Because I didn't start the fire till like lunchtime. I didn't even know I was going to be able to burn. These bad boys up here where they soak up some heat. There's some big chunks of wood right there. Maybe I can grab one of them, get it laying in here. You can still see the big log right there. That stuff just takes forever to burn because it's so big. I mean, look at the size of that piece of wood right there. It's crazy. Worthless, absolutely worthless. You can do nothing with it. Lay that up top, and I bet it looks identical in the morning, just the same. But the bark will be burned off of it. It'll get some heat to it tonight now. Alright, I'm gonna clean up a little bit more and calling it a day. I grabbed another big stump over there with the 330 and raked some dirt off of it. Got it chunked in top of the pile. 220 wouldn't pick it up. That big stump's gonna end up in the bottom of the pond. Took a couple more trees down and I'm just gonna leave that down here tonight. And I will come back tomorrow, restack the fire, and finish clearing that corner right there. I gotta take down a couple more trees right there and then go straight across and get pretty much all that right there. So that should go pretty quick. It's just some little small stuff, and hopefully the weather's just like today and I can get it put on the fire and burn up as I clear it.